Okay, and in this section, we're talking a new section here, and we're going to go over some quizzes so that you have the opportunity to really find your mistakes and learn from them. And four problem check on 5.5 to 5.6. And so we need to go through this. And number one says simplify. Write in simplest form or simplify or combine like terms. And it says to show all steps. And so we have the expression negative 3x plus 7 minus 3x minus 12. Quite an expression here. And so we're going to put the like terms together. And so negative 3x goes with negative 3x. The x's go with x's, so we're going to connect those. And looking at our negative signs, they're both the same signs, so we add the digits, which is 3x and 3x is 6x, and we add the sign, so following the rules. And all numbers go with numbers, so we can circle those and hook those together. And positive 7 minus 12, those are different signs, so you subtract and you add the sign of the larger digit, which happens to be 12, and the sign of it is negative. So the answer is negative 6x minus 5. And you need to know when to stop. Some of you kids keep going on and on. But I can't do anything with these two terms, negative 6x minus 5, because one has an x value and one is just a constant. So you cannot combine those. So you need to know when to stop. So the answer is negative 6x minus 5. And number 2 on the test says x plus 4n minus 7n minus 3 plus 9x. These are wild expressions. They want you to make it as clean as possible. So, but this one here is just a vocabulary. And there's no reason for anybody to get these wrong because you can define these and show examples of these in your reference spiral and get them right all the time. And so if you can't memorize them, use your reference spiral. And so they're asking you, what is the name of the whole thing? And it's an expression. And the terms are, so you're going to break that expression into terms. So x is one term. Another term is 4n. And you can write positive 4n. Another term is negative 7n. A negative 3. And the last term is positive 9x. Or just 9x. I hope you're hearing my puppies. They're awfully cute. Anyways, and then there's like terms. So we're breaking this down a little bit more. So the whole thing is called an expression. The expression is broken into terms. Then we have terms that are like. And all numbers go with numbers. So any of these here, well, there's only one constant here. And so we're not going to do that. But we have x's and x's, so we're going to combine those. So it would be x plus 9x. That's one set of like terms. And the other would be the n's here. And it would be 4n minus 7n. And you can't do anything with the negative 3 because there's not another constant in there or a solid number. And so it's coefficients would be the next thing we're looking at. And coefficients are the number parts of the terms that have a variable. Okay, so the number parts only. So we have a positive 4 here for the term 4n. We also have a negative 7 would be a coefficient. We also have the 1. Don't forget the 1 up here and the x. I almost forgot that. And we also have a positive 9 or 9. And the constants, we only have one of those, and the constant is a number that stands alone. So these are both just numbers, but one is hooked onto the variable. So those are called coefficients. Here the language arts coming through. And constants are standing by themselves. So they're just numbers. So don't get those messed up. And make sure you're using your reference spirals too. And number 3 says to find what is 5 times parentheses, 4 minus x, parentheses, plus, parentheses, 2x minus 7. And I'm telling you, it looks nastier than it is because I know you guys can solve this. And so you're looking at it. So order of operations tells you to work inside the parentheses. Well, I have x minus 4. Can't do anything with that because they're not like terms. And I look in here and I have 2x minus 7. Again, those terms cannot be combined because they're not like terms. So I'm going to go outside here. And voila, you've recognized the 5. You guys are great with the distributive. So you're multiplying the 5. And if you need to put that coefficient 1 in, you can. So 5 times 1x is 5x. And 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. Make sure you follow your negative rules. And because I have no distributive here, I'm just going to march this stuff over here and line them up with the like terms. So here we go. And now we follow our negative signs. And these are the same signs, positive and a positive. So you add them up and you add the sign. Really, in this case, you don't need it, but I'm just doing it. And these are the same signs. So negative 20. So 20 and 7 is 27. So they're the same signs. Add the digits and add the sign. Negative, negative, negative. All right, and so box this in and you're done. And you need to know when you're done. You cannot combine 7x, because that's a term, and negative 27 because they are not like terms. So you need to know when you're done. And number 4 is actually easier than 3. And so we have the parentheses x minus 4 plus the parentheses negative 2x plus 1. And that's a 1. Okay, so you look inside and can't do anything with x minus 4. Can't do anything with negative 2x plus 1. So we can combine these two, and we're going to move over 2x plus 1. So we line up the x's with the x's, the numbers with the numbers. Do you hear my puppies? Aren't they cute? And we could put that coefficient 1 if we want. And so looking at the negative rules, we have different signs. This one's positive, this one's negative, so we subtract and we get 1x. And then we take the sign of the larger, which is 2, so it's negative 1x. And here, they're different, so we subtract, and it takes the sign of the larger digit, which is 4. And if we look at here, negative 1x can be simplified again down to negative x minus 3. Okay, and box that in. Cannot combine those. And just to tell you why negative 1x is the same thing as negative x. It's simplified, and we want to find it right down to the thing. So if I substitute this, and if I go negative 1 times 20, that's a 20, I get negative 20. So negative 1 times 20 is negative 20. So if I have negative 1 times 7, I'm going to get negative 7. So 1 times anything is that anything. So if I say negative 1 times, let's say 100, I'm going to get negative 100. And so if I say negative 1 times x, I am going to get the negative x. So you want to lose the coefficient of 1 on your final answer. So that's why you get it down here is negative x minus 3. Thank you. Bye-bye.